Warning: this video features a grown-up doing grown-up things. Do not attempt if you are a fucktard or bad at adulting. Dry fire means no live ammunition should be in the room where the training will take place. Observe the 4 rules of firearm safety at all times. Especially rule number 4. I'm sure you've seen the YouTube ads for the iTarget Pro laser bullet thingy. Lately, it seems the only ads that you ever see on gun videos are iTarget, USCCA, and that gun cabinet thing. So I asked them to send me one. Relying on the master unboxing skills I learned from watching AVE videos, I found that the box contains some instructions, a plastic target, the laser bullet thingy, and some sort of stand. And time! As you can see, the laser bullet is encased in carbonite for safety so it doesn't unintentionally laser heat-seek babies while in transit. But I'm a grown-ass man, so it's safe to remove it from its packaging. Big thanks to Stimson JCat67 for building this badass custom Tommy Hawk for me. It's wicked sharp, so maybe I should test to see how many layers of Kevlar it can chop through in another video. Leave me a comment to let me know what kind of testing I ought to do. Looks like batteries are included, but I'll need to pop the zits to get them out of there. And the first one yeeted itself right across the room. No worries, I'll grab it in a minute. Looks like it was just a spare anyway. The batteries match both the size and quantity of Joe Biden's balls. They probably have a number on them, but no human being could possibly read that, so you'll just take it to Walgreens and find the one that matches from their wall of weird batteries. That's like one of my favorite games. Enough of this shit though, let's blast some photons. Well, what did I fuck up? I guess I'll have to break down and read these instructions. Nope, nothing useful here. Okay, I bet the laser bullet had something inside it to prevent contact on the batteries on account of that laser heat seeking in the babies and whatnot. Yep, sure enough, it had a little plastic thingy in it. Let's see if it works now. There we go, now we're cooking with light amplified by stimulated emission of radiation. If it wasn't obvious, the way this works is that the firing pin momentarily pushes the little button that's located where the primer would be on a live round. Now as you saw, the one I asked for is in .40 Smith & Wesson. I did not think that it would work in 10mm because I didn't think the cut that corresponds to the case mouth would headspace properly. And obviously it doesn't have an extractor groove because you have to be able to cycle the action to pre-tension the striker in pistols like the Glock. And it would be a pain in the ass to find the damn thing after every shot amongst the piles of empty ramen packets and condoms that litter my floor. But as it turns out, it worked just fine in 10mm. I'm impressed. The firing pin on my witness must be just long enough to reach the switch, I guess? What am I, a rocket surgeon? I don't know. In any case, it functioned properly for a couple dozen shots on my 10mm witness. I'm not going to torture test this because it isn't a life support device. But I did notice it had the tendency to fall out of the chamber on my G23 if it was held vertically and bumped slightly. This probably wouldn't be an issue for most users so long as your pistol is held roughly level while you cycle the slide, but it is possible it could slip out of the chamber while you're using it, so I intentionally dropped the slide on it a few times while it sat perpendicular to the bore, and it kept working. So, it works. It does as it is intended to do. And I'd say it's reasonably durable given the intended purpose, but is it useful? Absolutely. I think so. Now, I have to admit, when I saw this, I thought it was of pretty limited use, so my expectations were pretty low. But after using it, I can see some value to it, particularly for teaching new shooters a clean trigger break. It does have the drawback that you have to cycle the slide each time. So you'll have to be mindful not to develop training scars by intentionally stopping, holstering, and coming out of shoot mode in your head before administratively cycling the slide. But with all that said, this little guy could be a valuable part of your dry fire routine. Dry fire practice is far more important than range time because you can do much more of it. Ask any top-level competitor and they'll tell you dry fire is a huge part of their training regimen. If men and women who literally get pallets of free ammo use dry fire, then you should too. The laser is on just long enough to see where your shot would have impacted, and persistence of vision causes it to appear as a dot if the shot broke cleanly, or as a long streak if you yanked the trigger. The laser was bright enough to be clearly seen indoors. You can see it outdoors, but it's harder and you might miss the shot occasionally. Then again, the whole point of dry fire is that you can do it at home, so why would you do it outdoors? Choose a comfortable location with a suitable backstop such as your gun safe, sandbags, or a stack of old Jugs magazines. Something that's capable of stopping a bullet should you fuck up and actually fire a live round. Unload the firearm and place all ammunition in another room. Check the chamber, insert the laser bullet. Check the chamber. And lastly, check the chamber. Then practice draw and fire. Remember, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. When you get done, put everything away, crack a cold one, and check out the Boss shirts on my Teespring page. There are a ton of designs that are guaranteed to trigger someone. Thanks for watching. If you feel like I earned it, please share this video with other folks who might enjoy it. I'm grateful to iTarget for sending the sample, but I'm also grateful to them for running ads on gun channels during the great Vox adpocalypse of 2019 when so few other companies were running ads on gun channels. I love you.